Hello Tubesters, it's Gav and welcome to another one of my videos. Today it's just going to be a look at a couple of elephants and their crews, ancient obviously elephants and their crews. My good Mara Mick at the MGH17, let me look at this Mick because I've forgotten again, MGH1736 channel. He was really kind and asked me to commission paint 3 elephants and crews for him, which I was only too pleased to do, and my bank manager thanks him as well. They're resin elephants, this being one of them. We'll have a closer look on the desk in a minute. They're resin elephants, they're from First Corps I believe. Metal, obviously metal crew riders, metal trunks and tusks, and he's more or less given me free rein what I want to do with that. I mean, how can we mess an elephant up? I'm sure we can, but hey, we'll give it a go. I've always wanted to paint an elephant. I saw a guy, a Polish painter, paint some probably about 3 or 4 years ago in 15mm, and they really were. He did some great work on the, what do we call it, saddlecloth, whatever the this thing is here, and he made a great show of that, and it fired my own imagination. And obviously I'm never going to have an army of ancients particularly, so where the elephants, you know, the thing to paint elephants comes from. So Mick was kind enough to send these down and let me have a go on them and see what we can do. So if you'd like to join me down at the bench, we'll have a quick look at these elephants, see what we think of them, and then hopefully, let's see, probably in a week to a fortnight's time, we should see 3 painted elephants ready to crush you underfoot. So join me down at the bench, guys, and we'll have a look at these. Cheers. Right guys, thanks for joining me at the desk. Now everything's balanced quite precariously because, as usual, I'm snowed under with 18mm AB Napoleonics, which are being screened by this bit of floppy black paper behind. So I apologise for the somewhat ad hoc nature of the video, but it wouldn't be one of mine if it wasn't. Let's have a look at the elephants first. There's 2 poses. Let's just get this Nelly out as well. Unfortunately, Mick didn't supply a shovel for the amount of elephant poo that's going to be left on my desk, but these are the two poses. So let's just have a look at this, what's more or less standing or lumbering along pose. I've completely lost my pointy stick for a moment, so let's use this. Where are we? Here we are. As you can see, let me see if I can get in a bit closer. There'll be a bit of filling involved in these couple of holes, I suppose you could call them there. There'll be some filling underneath, but so far on the whole, like, the rope is lovely. That looks like it's meant to, you know, be tying on that great big cover, and the moulding around the decoration around the headband and the neck piece. Again, doesn't seem any problem with that. Ears have got the usual, you know, tears and rents in them that you often see on elephants. Not that I really watch a lot of nature programs, but you have some metal tusks and trunks. Let's just see, I don't really need to get those out. You can see those there. Though I imagine there'll be a bit of filling around the join of those, but that's not anything to worry about. Nice bell on here. We'll see if we can get that drilled out slightly, but although, to be honest with you, it might probably be more mess than is worth it really, because it's on that downward angle as well, so you probably wouldn't see it. We'll see what it looks like. It might just be painted black underneath. Again, we've got some, you know, some blowout holes there. Looks like his plums are going to need clearing up a bit. I never thought I'd be sanding down an elephant's plums, but hey, you learn something new every day, eh? The life of a commission painter. But no, I'm quite impressed with that, to be honest with you. You know, it's you never expect complete resin cast that that hasn't got the odd blowhole or whatever, and obviously a bit of flash and stuff. But to be straight with you, I think that's a fairly decent pose. Obviously, some of the later ones particularly had the howdahs on. These Indian ones tended to just have a crew mounted on the back, stabbing down with long spears or pikes, and obviously a couple of bowmen on. I must admit, I wouldn't like to be careering around the battlefield on the back of one of these Nellies. Just on the top of that, because when these guys went off, when they went stampeding, they didn't always go stampeding into the enemy either. They'd be mowing down half their own guys if you weren't careful. I think actually the mahouts, the guys that drive the elephants, I think they actually have like a hammer and chisel type of thing to literally go into the elephant's skull if it's starting to go mad, and kill it. I might be wrong on that, but now again, like the other one, I can't see any more or less problems with that than the first elephant. Again, you've got the rents in the ears, they're supposed to be there. I think that's a worthy casting, to be honest with you. I don't think there's any problem with that whatsoever. We'll keep that one there for the moment. I've never painted first core figures before. The ones I've done for Mick before were from Foundry. So what do we think of these? They're very light casting, really, really light. I can't see a lot of a flash of mould lines, to be honest with you. Face, it's very shiny, so it's a bit hard to tell, but it looks fine. I mean, these guys tend to be mainly just, I think this is called the dhoti, the actual white linen, like trousery type thing that they wear, and the rest of them would be bare. I think they'd be bare topped, and like I say, with this type of headband around. But no, I don't think that's too bad. But they are very, very light casting. Let's just see if they'll sit on the elephant. I won't put them in any particular order. Yeah, that's be my luck if I was riding the elephant. Let's just stick them on any old way for now. Now, this guy, I'll take it. Yeah, sorry. So he's the mahout. So the reason he hasn't got feet is he'll be sticking behind the elephant's ears, and that will hold him in place. Oh well, let's not bother trying to sitting them on top of the elephant. You get what I'm talking about. So this guy's the mahout. I was just about to say, bloody hell, this guy's got no feet, but that's the reason to go behind the ears. Looks like mould line down there on the arm. Again, nothing that you wouldn't get from any other manufacturers. They've got to be mouldy. Facial detail looks fairly okay to me. Again, I'm looking at under too bright lights. Looks deep enough to take. I like a bit of creases in the face and that, just so you can get some extra colours in there. A face will really make it for a figure. He's got some type of whatever that is round his neck. I don't think he's been to Hawaii. I don't think it's a garland of a lei of any sort. I've no idea. Unfortunately, ancients, I have a complete lack of knowledge about. Then again, I have a complete lack of knowledge of most things, but I can normally get by. Right, yeah, again, just general, very slight mould line, nothing at all that I'm concerned about. Obviously he's got a socket to put his bow in. There's a hand. I'll quickly show you these, and I won't get them out the packet, but obviously got like a rattan, is it bamboo bow, and there's the hand castings on them. And then obviously some guys holding the army's banner, and that's in like a bell type shape. So guys, brief look. What do I think of them so far? Again, the elephants, nothing more or less than I'd expect. You know, the castings are nice and clean enough. You know, they're not pristine, but again, you wouldn't expect them to be. You know, always, especially with an elephant, with all the, you know, the creases and everything, you're going to get a bit of flash, and that's what you've got. But there's nothing there that won't just flake away, to be honest with you. Yes, there's a few blowholes, as I call them, but nothing overly problematical. I have worked on some resin in the past where, you know, you just breaks your heart because you're constantly filling holes. But these guys, and metal figures as well, but these guys, no, they're quite looking forward to working on these. I say I've got 3 to do for Mick. 2 are I believe the standing pose, and 1 is the trying to mash somebody into the ground pose. So guys, thank you very much for stopping by and having a look at these First Corps miniatures. They will be appearing on my painting desk in the next week or so. I've just got some Napoleonics to clear out the way, and then a few more Napoleonics to be getting on with. But in between, we'll be doing Mick's elephants, which will be a rare treat. So again, thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate you stopping by and taking a look. Mick, thank you very much for the commission. It's much appreciated. And we will catch each other very soon on another video. Cheers.